Okay, my first drive in the 2022 Tundra. And I think it's a hybrid. Holy cow. So I can figure this out. Rear says there's nobody sitting back there. I guess that's what that means. Giant 14-inch screen. This is unreal. Gotta love it. Oh, camera, hang on. Okay, total fuel mileage. Distance to empty. I don't know where all the buttons are on this. I think it's a hybrid. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, it's in Spanish. Why is the screen in Spanish? Oh, I don't know where we're at. We're somewhere, Commerce City, I think. Somewhere by where the Rapids Stadium is. It's pretty cool. This Tundra, it's solid, man. It feels good. No shake, rattle, roll, no vibration. Of course, we're on a smooth road. I need to take this off-road or someplace where I can just shake it up a bit. But man, yeah, this is the Platinum, or whatever it's called. I think that's what it is. I want to get in that capstone or whatever it's called. It's a hybrid alarm. It's some kind of a legal thing. To where when it's set still and turned on, is that what it is? And so it's trying to alarm you to tell you, what is it? Why is it alarming you? Because of what?
So, I don't know if this is 100% certain, but one of the things that has been shared with me is that sound actually was pursued by, and I don't know the name of the association, by blind people.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh.
because when they would be standing near the road, when hybrids would come by or EVs, they were silent.
Yeah.
And so they needed something to alert them so that
it's because they can't hear the engine.
Exactly.
I see. That makes sense.
So if you can't see that, like in your mind, you're like, there's nothing there.
Okay, it's just an annoying noise, but I mean, I understand to save. That's good to save the blind people.
Yeah.
But it's funny that this is the most tuned engine I've heard in a hybrid. That the exhaust, there's nothing silent about it.
Right.
That it's very tangible, with the exhaust notes. But as they've said, this is not hybrid in a traditional sense, or even the technology. This is a single engine. And it's designed primarily for towing and for additional output.
Does it have that canned sound, like the Raptor has?
Is this real exhaust noise, or is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is real
Really,
exhaust.
I heard it wasn't, but it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's real exhaust.
Synthesize it.
Yeah, that's what the Raptor's got.
Yeah, they'll amplify it.
Well, yeah.
And put it into the cabin of the vehicle.
Right. The Raptor I had was out jumping out in the hills, sand hills, and you're inside it, sound roar, roar, roar. Then you get out, I had my cameras on, and it sounded like a lawnmower.
Right. Right.
Big difference in them.
All right.
Wow.
And so TRD Pro, but hybrid.
Correct.
How much? Same off-road capability? Same.
Yeah. Yeah.
everything?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The fact that it's a hybrid doesn't mean that it can do anything else.
And it comes with all the skid plates and all that normal stuff, and special shocks. And everything you expect, and the weird-looking designs on the fender wells.
Yep.
What's that weird-looking design called? Is that a camouflage?
Yeah,
hard
so
plastic
it's a special
doors.
camouflage pattern that they designed specifically for this truck. It's part of like some of the uniqueness that they've tried to really establish into this truck. I don't know if you saw any of the Easter eggs that we were talking about.
Yeah, we did. He just showed us a bunch
pointed those
of
out?
them. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Easter eggs all over the place.
Don't go away, Mr. Truck.tv. We'll be right back.
Platinum, you can get power running boards that will pop out for you.
You probably can't get them on this TRD Pro, can you?
No.
You got to get rock skid plates and everything, you know, like.
Well, those things fold up to become rock rails. You
No,
notice they
it's,
suck
you
right
gotta
up
do
there.
really, you got to do something.
Holy
Yeah,
cow.
so they call that technical camouflage.
Technical camouflage. And that's what's on the seat too, huh?
Yeah.
That's techno. Whoa. Awesome. All right, co-pilot coming on board.
Pressure control right here is like basically a blow-off valve.
Well, that's cool.
so
2
we-
air cleaners, and you got 2 intercoolers.
That's right.
That's good, because that's, you know, I figured you had to have all of that to make it work right, because, you know, Ford just plums it all over the place, goes in circles with tubes.
And remember, like this coming from LS, right? The design was a little bit cleaner with a smaller engine bay, most likely, being a passenger car. So we started with something a little more compact, and that helps keep things organized.
Sure. So the air comes in from here, right?
So it's gonna go intake, and then to the turbo, then to the intercooler, and then directly into the engine. Right?
Okay, so
wanna
like the intercooler's after the turbo.
Yeah, you want to cool it after the turbo, right? Because
Well,
yeah.
Do it before it doesn't do much, but
Yeah.
when you press it, it heats it.
Right. It won't cool as much if we cool it beforehand as it will
Okay.
after.
Farm tractors.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's the
Farm tractors have intercoolers and aftercoolers,
Right.
so they have on each end.
Right. We don't have enough space in this one yet, but maybe we will get to that point.
Well, put a
Slap
bigger
another
nose. You
one.
can't see over the hood anyway.
That's
Put a
right.
bigger nose on it.
Yeah. 1 foot, 10 feet, it's the same thing.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
So that tube there got comes from the turbo,
Yeah, these both come from each respective turbo.
and then these has to go into the intake.
That's right.
Somewhere.
Yeah, so these
Not
will come
sure.
down. So if you look over here, basically they're coming in and dropping down, so you can see it's gonna mount on top of the heads for the intake there. So it's
Oh,
gonna come
oh.
intake here and exhaust there.
Okay, so that's the. I couldn't see the intake.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. There's the intake. Okay.
Yeah. And they're,
It's augmented.
what's
That's
that?
augmented noise in the hybrids, isn't it? They pipe in.
The press release says it is.
So there's two noises.
It'll push over. Pause
Holy
again to make sure
cow.
nothing fell off. This is the heavier end of the truck, so a little bit longer pauses. It builds boost. Once it comes over, it's going to restrict the speed. So again, you go recoil bounce.
Oh man.
Stop to make sure everybody's okay.
Get airborne with it now. Pretty cool.
Yeah. So especially for folks that aren't familiar
Jackknifing.
with the jackknife situation, it's just an added layer of safety, right?
Yeah. I've only jackknifed once in my entire life, and it's 40 years of towing, and it was in a snowbank. It wasn't my fault.
Right.
But man, that's
again,
that's wild.
Every U-Haul trailer, absolutely
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Each time.
And the whole point of this, you guys, again, is to give that person that doesn't tow very often some confidence that they can do it too. And if you're like me and you tow every single weekend, it just makes everything easier,
Yeah.
right? So now for our main event, which is going to be our straight path assist. So with our foot on the brake, let's go ahead and shift into reverse.
So you've already done that 40-foot forward.
We've already
thing?
calibrated it, yep.
Well, I wanted to do that too. Taking
know
some of
if we
the
have-
fun away.
You have to do it on a
Quite
dealer,
enough
dude.
room with some of these planters here, but
So
we'll go
maybe-
ahead and
I'm
mute
going
that
back up
beeper.
now.
Yeah, so the way we engage it is going to be that little trailer icon on the...
Okay.
Yep, we'll go ahead and activate that. It's going to pull up the last profile that we were using, which
Okay.
for us is our cargo trailer. We'll hit continue. It'll say trailer
Oh, man.
detected.
I'm going
so
to take
it's-
notes when I do all this. This is too much stuff to remember.
It is, I mean,
Just
once
scroll
you've
it
seen it once or
one at a
twice
time.
though, it's
Yeah.
only, 2 or 3 menus to navigate
You know, people are
into.
going to think this is tow haul mode. They really are going to think that.
Well,
that's
on,
what
on an Avalanche, that's the same
Yeah.
sticker. So yeah,
Yeah.
but you know,
yeah.
Gotcha. That's a good point.
Yeah.
But again, we've got our trailer selected now, and on screen,
Okay.
on the bottom row of options there, you can see the far right option has changed from the off-road cam,
Oh, yeah.
yep, to the straight path assist toggle. So
Ah,
go ahead and
cool.
toggle that on, and you can see the wheel started to move itself, right?
It's Frankenstein truck here, man. It's
So one thing,
possessed.
one thing I've noticed in towing my race car around is the hardest part of my weekend is on Friday afternoon, just backing straight up into my pit stall, right? Any amount of steering angle on the truck and that trailer starts to move around, and you've got to make
On a
little
bumper
corrections,
pull, yeah.
right?
Gooseneck's about half that distance.
Right.
Yeah. You're right.
So for this system, that removes that straight path duty from the driver entirely. So with your hands completely off the wheel, go ahead and ease off the brake pedal and start to roll backwards.
Steering wheel's possessed.
Go ahead and slow it down just a little bit there. but it's pretty cool, right?
It
Seeing
is.
The truck steer
Oh
itself.
my
It is. It's
God.
nice to steer straight.
Yeah, you can go back as far as you want in a straight line, and it's
Can I
gonna
go really
continue
fast?
to manage.
How fast can I
wouldn't
go?
recommend it.
How fast can I go?
As fast as you need to in the parking lot.
Oh, okay. Do I hit the cones or do I not hit the cones?
Stop right there.
Making them nervous.
So one really important note about this system, you guys, the truck does not know what's behind your trailer.
Yes, I
Right.
wondered about that.
You can't see through the trailer like GM does?
No,
Or it
so
just
it's
goes
not
right
got
through
a
it?
camera attached to it or any sensors back there.
But okay,
So
so
you've
that's
got
a
to actively
but.
manage the brake pedal and know what's behind you.
Yeah.
Right?
Does not see. So
Yeah,
it's
you may
just-
not know what's back there. And then a car comes by you, some kid walks by, a ball rolls by, there comes the
And
jackrabbits.
there isn't a tethered camera, or you can't add,
Not from the factory, to
You can
my
probably-
knowledge. It might be available aftermarket.
because that's
but
what. Yeah,
Yeah.
and,
Not from
the competitors all talk about that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, they got all these plugs back
Yeah.
there.
Or it
Yeah.
creates. I think Ram has. Yeah, you can magically see through the trailer.
Right,
that
right, that's
stuff.
kind of
Yeah,
their-
that's GM. Yeah, they
their
got
deal.
that.
So on the note of
awesome
the competitor
cameras.
trucks, you've probably seen on their dashboard they have that dial
Yeah.
that turns the trailer right and left.
Yes.
For our
Ram
system,
and Ford
all you
have
have to
that.
do is get the trailer pointed in the direction you want it to go,
Uh-huh.
let go of the steering wheel, and the truck is going to correct itself to keep the trailer moving in that direction.
Well,
So
that's
for
useful.
example,
That's
yeah.
useful.
So let's say, for example, the boat launch is over to driver's left behind us. To get there, let's start to roll back nice and slow. We'll put in some right side steering angle to make the trailer move left. We'll
Right.
say, okay, we're lined up with the boat launch so we can let it go. And it's going to take us down there.
It finds center again.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Roll
That's
to
that
a stop
axis
there.
thing, right? The axis does that, or what makes that happen?
It's just going to remember the angle that you had when you released the wheel.
Okay,
So the wheel
okay.
is sensing tension
So it's
on it and
memory,
will let you
memory.
steer. But as soon as you let go of the wheel, it's going to say, okay, you want to keep heading that direction. And it's going to correct the truck to keep the trailer moving that way.
Okay, that's interesting.
So this is literally as easy as trailer technology could be
Yeah,
for the
oh yeah.
driver, right?
Yes.
All you've got to handle is getting the boat pointed at the dock of the launch
Yeah.
and let the truck do the
That's
rest.
really good. I think boats going down a ramp is the hardest thing for people to
It
do.
is, yeah, it's
You see
tricky.
those people out there for hours trying to get
I
it.
don't want to ever do
And,
that.
you know, yeah,
No,
it's
thanks.
and for me, all that stuff, I never get to use it because I'm so used to doing it. But for the beginner, it would give them more confidence. I think it'd be a really good safety thing.
Totally.
Then they'll stop running into me. It's,
okay.
yeah, it's a good idea. I like it.
Yeah. So overall, again, the whole system is meant to make towing easier, just like you said, for that person who doesn't do it very often.
Right, right.
But
They
I mean,
need
I'm,
help. Believe
I'm
me,
towing
they
every
need help.
single weekend, and I would use these features,
Oh, yeah.
right? I would use them at the racetrack to get my car parked nice and straight in the paddock without having to touch the wheel. I think
Yeah,
it's excellent.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And even down to simple things like that trailer light check, super practical feature
Oh, that's a good idea.
if I'm towing by myself, right?
Yeah, because most people they don't check their lights. They don't know what their tongue weight is. They don't know how much the trailer weighs. They
Right.
don't know shit.
Right.
That's how it goes.
So the last thing we'll do, guys, is just pull straight back up to that orange cone there and get it all straightened out.
Okay.
And then you can use those cameras, especially that front cornering camera, as you approach the cone to kind of judge your distance to
Where
it.
was that puppy?
It's going to be the top left one there. Yep.
Okay.
So go ahead and get real nice and close to that cone.
Boy, this got a big hood on it.
These are so goddamn huge.
I know it. That's what.
It's
I
ridiculous.
know it's like aircraft. You can't tell what you're going.
No,
What's
no.
my camera saying? I can't tell.
Yeah,
Am I halfway close?
you're now out. So you got a trailer on. You're a little closer, and it'll start. Yeah, then it'll start chirping at you. So.
But see, I'm off to that side.
Well, you know, it'll fix it for us.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Any other questions about that trailer technology, you guys?
No, that's awesome.
Now, how do we demonstrate the part where the blind spot on a 40-foot trailer or this 10-foot or whatever this is? Is there a way of demonstrating that?
I don't know if we have any other cars available to kind of line that up and get the beeper to go.
What does it look like?
It
or
would
what
just show up
happens?
in your normal blind spot monitor.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So it would let you know in that sense. It'll say, hey, don't merge
It'll
over
beep
right
at
now.
you and
Yep,
flash
yep,
at
it'll
you.
flash at you. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
Now, does that, like on Ram, you have to drive forward, turn the first corner before it measures the trailer on a corner?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what yours does?
Similar
You have
thing,
to go
yeah,
around
yep.
a corner?
You got to go
Okay.
forward and stop so it can picture the front of the trailer and then turn to the side pretty sharply to capture
measure
the
the whole
side
thing.
of the trailer.
Yeah, that's how that works.
and
That's
is this
good.
package on everything, or do you have to get this package?
This is the trailer technology
Okay,
package.
so
Yep.
this is it.
What's that cost?
Because I kind
I
of
think it's-
messed around with the camera stuff. I didn't have any training on that, and got for 50% of that. But
Right.
because the regular camera stuff, that's most trucks have that, right? So,
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's
360
that
kind of
PVM
thing. Yeah.
package,
Yeah.
and that's a good note actually.
Yeah.
To use the trailer technology,
Yeah.
you need to have the PVM system as well because it's working with the cameras on the back of the truck.
What's PVM stand for?
Panoramic view monitoring, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, guys.
We want to go take some trailer drifting. Can we do trailer drifting?
I wish.
I can do 90 degrees.
I'll be right there with you.
Okay, I'm going to shut her down.
That was the problem. It was 6 different times I went on the site and I always timed out. It said they had to send it to my email account and I was never able to get it. So that was the problem. So every time it came up, so I turned the screen off except for using the cameras.
That's the one Tim had that problem with in Nebraska.
Yes. Yeah. So they needed to do that. I think now it's fine. So
what's your name again, sir?
I'm Andrew. Andrew.
This is Andrew. Okay, now we got you on camera. And what's your name again?
Andrew.
This is Andrew. And I'm also Andrew.
Okay, so I have this activated right now with my account, so I'm going to remove it and we'll take you through that really quick.
Okay.
And we're going to
14 inches. Holy cow, that's a big screen.
That is a big screen.
all the pixels.
It's all the sun glare doing on that screen. Oh, thank you.
All right, so as you can see in here, because I have my app open, it's going to detect my profile down
so
here.
It smells you there.
Yeah, it smells me there. So if you want to tap my name on there.
Smells you. What is that about?
It's a digital thing.
Oh.
It's a Elon Musk euphemism.
Oh.
All right.
And I'm not going to look at your
Yeah,
code.
don't show people my secret passcode, please.
That's a weird code. Oh. Okay, I'll delete that.
Okay, so this is what I missed. This is what actually happens.
Yeah, so this is next. It's going to ask you, do you want to save your profile? In this case, we're going to say yes. We want to continue and save that. So once it's because it didn't have a primary profile, again, those connected services, someone has to agree to that. It's going to take us to this screen to make sure that we have the Toyota mobile app.
This is double checking. Whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Which I obviously have it and it's open, and we're hoping again over time this can be streamlined, right?
Okay.
So when we hop into our app, you can see instead of scanning the VIN, we've got scan QR code. If you try to scan the VIN, it will say, hey, this vehicle requires a QR code to scan it because it's the new system.
Oh my God.
So we're going to click scan QR code and get the glare out of there.
And this is just to use the phone?
This is when you first buy the car.
Okay.
Oh, so this is the
this up.
setup.
This
is not daily.
This is to get all of our.
Okay,
this is the initial.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, this is. Okay,
you should not have to ever do this again.
This seems like a very, like a Tesla kind of thing.
So this is what we want our sales consultants to do. When you come to pick up your vehicle, this is what we take you through, so you're set up and ready to roll when you
that's
leave.
good. This is what I do. This is great.
So this is where we're going through and it's talking to our systems. It's adding the vehicle to my garage.
Okay.
Let's see here. And I just did this, so we're...
Okay.
Let's see here. Okay, so then after we've got those things agreed upon, right, whether you decline or connect, it's going to ask you, hey, I want to connect Bluetooth.
Yeah.
And this is, again, people know how to do this. You can go to settings, but it's nice because it prompts you automatically to do that. And then let me find which Tundra. I have a few Tundras
17. Yeah, there's 3 of them right here.
Oh my gosh, I should have renamed them. It's not helpful. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. So now that we've got it cleared out, I should be able to find it. And then also if you have it open, like you can have it search for your phone. But yeah, so this is my phone, so we'll add it from here, but it doesn't matter which side you add it from, obviously. You're gonna check your code.
This is
pretty standard.
Where do you live?
I live in south of Denver.
Oh, so this is what
you're local.
This is how it was to get the COVID stuff. It was 17 of these.
That's right.
There was no QR code, but it was like, and I had a drink waiting for me. The guy's like, no, you got to go through for 10 minutes and do this before you can drink your drink.
Okay, so this is where things are starting to become unique, right?
Okay.
The other stuff is pretty straightforward. You've seen that before.
Yep.
We're setting a primary device for a profile that helps it load. Additionally, we add that key fob link for the primary driver. If this is your truck, we want to set your phone and your fob as your primary profile. I'm also going to enable CarPlay because I like that.
Okay.
And I obviously got some prompts on my phone, same thing. Hey, do you want to allow CarPlay with this vehicle? So if you guys have used CarPlay before, so when we use CarPlay, we have to have it sort of certified by them. So we have to play by their rules.
Yeah.
Because of that, they control the screen. So to get back to our other settings menu, we have to tap that.
You can outdo that.
Yeah. And so in here we see that I'm the primary driver. See if there's some info. So this is where we can go and we link our key. That helps it be more consistent for the owner of the vehicle. And then when we've got multiple devices down here, it doesn't show in here, but if you have a second device, there's a set as a secondary.
Your wife, okay, so you can have the 2 phones.
Yeah, so
Wow,
so
okay.
there's a couple of settings. One is the secondary phone. That's what I do with just myself, with a work and a personal phone.
So either 2 people or you with 2 phones.
Right. So when we have primary and secondary, it's going to connect them every single time when you get in the car. Okay. When you set a secondary phone, one will be for CarPlay, the other one you'll use Bluetooth for. But you can have multiple phones. Like then I add my wife's phone and an iPad for my kids or what have you. And at that point, it's not a primary or a secondary. It's just another device. And then while you're driving, you can tap to that and slide it over. Like for media, for example, and then it's going to show up here in your sources.
Okay.
So primary and secondary is always connected every time, and I can use them at the same time.
Cool.
And then after that, if you want to change to add other music sources, it's going to drop your secondary because it has to utilize Bluetooth, but then it'll add that to your media and you can use that.
Okay, cool.
So that is kind of the main item. We talked about like there's integrated streaming is here. That's why we have this, because I haven't allowed it to use my Apple Music to connect to that. So those are the main items in here. Do you guys have anything else that you would like to see?
Oh, mapping.
Yes.
So what happens with mapping, either through CarPlay or so this is
the base system.
This
like
is the Toyota version.
The Toyota version.
Okay,
so this is based off Google Maps. It has things like Yelp reviews on here. Hey Toyota,
what do you want to do?
I want to eat some In-N-Out.
Sorry, you have to be subscribed to cloud service to use navigation feature.
That's right.
Welcome to my life.
That's right.
Please say help.
Yes.
That's right. So let's try
So
this.
it would. Okay, go ahead.
Hey Toyota,
What do you want to do?
change the station to Sirius XM 51.
Tuning to Sirius XM channel 51.
So with that subscription that we have, there are levels of capability. So the natural
cool.
speaking understands you much better than our previous systems. But if it's not you're not subscribed to it, then it can't do certain things. Part of that is asking for directions in here.
Yeah.
So you can ask it for things like, hey, find the nearest restaurant with 5 stars. You can find all that kind of stuff. But it's basically, I mean, if you use Google Maps, you see this is very familiar in its layout.
Huh?
So is this the largest screen out there other than Tesla? Everybody else is 12. They're all
That's a
talking
great
12.
question.
Even the
Yeah.
Raptor's talking about 12.
Yeah.
Pretty damn big.
Yeah, it is huge. Like you don't even notice that there's a little storage cubby and a power outlet up there.
It's pretty big too.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't see any of this on my drive, so I'm happy to see this. And then, you can go to CarPlay and have that.
Exactly,
maps,
and the CarPlay logo is the one at the top, and so you can switch right back and forth. And actually, I mean, this is like, why would you use it? But you can have directions on Apple, on CarPlay, and on the other one running at the same time.
Okay.
And when you receive notifications, so for example, let's say I'm running navigation on my main one, but I have my phone connected with CarPlay, it will flick over to CarPlay to show a text message notification and then flick right back to your navigation. So it handles whatever notification it's on there on that system. It's going to go back and forth simultaneously.
Depending on the vehicle, I have stuff that sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't work. And
Right.
the cable and is it charging or whatever. So that's
Right.
that's
So you obviously still have wired in this one, and then the other charge ports are in here. So we've got a USB-C and a regular USB-A, but that's not for connection. That's only for
power.
charging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And this is the.
This is the digital dash. Yep.
Can you what comes up when you turn? What is the
So
national park thing?
Yeah, if you turn it off real quick.
Up
Start
there.
button. So it's the loading screen. So go ahead and try it again.
Oh.
So it's just kind of, it's a little animated. It's not just a still picture, but every time you turn the car on, it'll display that, and it probably will do it. Oh yeah. But you already had it on before.
And then this, how adaptable is this?
So that right side,
Yeah.
you can change things. So if you push that button down over where it says OK, if you tap that down, keep going down, you can see on the left side, we're already in a menu over there.
Okay.
So keep going down. There's one that says customize right side. And if you hold that, it'll take you to what you can change on that right side. So we've got tow gauges, boost gauge, pitch and roll.
And you're a big Toyota engineer.
I'm certainly a big Toyota fan.
Oh, okay. Okay, that'll work. Okay, now this is this new backup system. What's it called again?
The main feature here is the straight path assist.
Oh, that's right. So I can back up straight. Who's been playing with the mirrors over here? Let's see. Let me get them so I can see what I'm backing into. Okay. Okay, so, now how does this work?
So the way we're going to activate this system, first of all, with our foot on the brake, let's go ahead and shift into reverse.
Reverse. There's the button. Okay, cool.
We're going to go ahead and mute that little beeper for just a moment. We're going to press this button here. That lets us know that we've got a trailer hooked up and we want some assistance with it.
And that's not tow haul mode. That's back up straight line. Yeah, that tow haul mode's there. I got to make sure people understand that. Okay.
Yep. So it's going to pull up the last trailer profile that we had selected, which is for us our cargo trailer here.
Oh, cool.
So go ahead and just hit OK on the left side of the steering wheel there.
Okay.
Go ahead and hold it one more time. Give it one more try. This prototype truck is a little bit fickle sometimes.
Yeah, I understand that. So it's supposed to do something, but it's... Okay.
Go and wait for it to come on. And here we go. Let's see if we can get you for you. Come on, buddy. There we go.
Okay.
So the trailer is now detected.
Okay.
And we're ready to use our straight path assist.
Oh, cool. So it's ready now to take off, huh?
Yep. Up here on the touch screen, we'll activate that straight path assist.
Oh, wow. The steering wheel moved all over.
Yep.
Okay.
So now we're ready to roll backwards in a nice straight line just by easing our foot off the brake.
Oh, yeah. I'll widen this out so I can see what the steering wheel's doing. Holy cow. We're out of control. We're going fast. Slow down, girl. Slow down. Look. That is so cool. It's steering itself. This is almost an autonomous truck, huh?
Almost, yeah.
Backs up, steers itself. That is great. That's the important thing, is a straight line, because on a bumper pull, especially a short trailer like this, they whip so much.
Oh, yeah.
Gooseneck's slow, but this is the worst one in the world, is a short one.
Yep, the lighter the trailer,
Bumper
the
pull.
more it's going to move around on you, right?
That is so awesome. Then I can watch my camera mirrors.
We'll go ahead and ease to a stop right there.
Okay.
Excellent. Up here we've got our front cornering camera. That's going to help us see objects ahead of us with a really wide angle lens to see any cross traffic or pedestrians if we want to go ahead and move forward.
Okay, that's good. And I love these for off-roading. I'm sure you have them on all your TRDs and all that stuff.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and pull up to that orange cone here, and even when that cone disappears out of our sight line, out of the windscreen, we're going to have it here on the front cornering camera to help gauge our distance as we approach.
Is it going to brake?
Nope. Go ahead and roll on the brakes.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go. We can see it here.
Excellent.
Cool. Now, there was a lot of buttons you went through over on here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do whatever you want to do. That was pretty cool. That is something I'd have to see it several times to remember or take a lot of notes.
It's kind of a three-step process, right? So as long as you're in tow haul.
Okay.
Tow haul first.
Okay.
Then our cargo button, or our straight path assist button.
Okay.
Then we'll activate the last profile that was selected.
By the OK button?
Yep, and it's already active right now.
Okay.
So with our foot on the brake, we'll shift into reverse to activate it. And then we can select it here on the touch screen.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
Then we're ready to go.
Oh, that is so awesome. That is so cool. See at the mirror. Rolling, rolling, rolling. There goes the steering wheel. It's doing its own thing. This is cool. I like this.
Pretty nifty, right?
Yeah, very useful for a first-time trailer, because they get intimidated and it's scary.
Absolutely.
I'm an old fart, so I've done this for too long, but that is so cool.
It gives those folks some confidence that they can do it too.
Exactly. That's what you want, because trailers can be intimidating until you get some experience, and this is great for the people just learning, getting their first RV and all that stuff. Cool. Now what do we do?
Now we can throw it in park and head out to dinner.
Oh, we're done already? You didn't go through all these buttons, though, didn't you?
Oh, you want to see some of our other views? Yeah, certainly. So we've already seen the front cornering camera.
Okay.
This is also a front wheel camera.
Yes.
So that's a real-time view of what both front wheels are doing, the right and the left.
Right.
We've got a split view camera that's going to show us the sides of the
Oh,
truck.
that's wonderful. That's like a 360 camera. You can actually see all way on each side.
Super
so you're
wide
not gonna
angle cameras there.
That's
Yep.
great. I love that.
And we've also got a super cool cargo camera here.
That's good because, you know, especially we've had high winds for 3 days. You throw something in there, it's blowing out. You want to be able to watch it once in a while.
Absolutely.
That's how that works.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And then up here, we've got our rear view mirror, which is also a rear view camera.
Oh, that's cool.
Super helpful for low light situations.
Yeah.
Or if you've got a passenger in the rear center seat, you can see straight past them.
Oh,
using
yeah,
that
it's like a
camera.
school bus mirror.
Yep.
Tell those kids behave back there.
There you go.
Wow. That is so awesome. And you got so many buttons on here. I like buttons. You learn how to do this, and this is, what is this button here?
So that's going to show us the 360 cam. It's just locked at the moment, just in the state of the truck that we're in, and also with the straight path assist being active.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, we can select some of those.
What's auto camera mean? Or auto whatever?
So that
it
auto
is?
button is going to activate this camera view at lower speeds. So as
Oh.
soon as you get down to a slower speed, it's going to bring up these camera views for you.
Oh, cool. I noticed one of the trucks
Automatically.
we were driving, every time we turned a corner, the cameras came on and showed me. I love that.
Yep, yep,
So you can turn that on or off, though, too.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause after a while, it might annoy me, but...
exactly. Yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, this is awesome. Well, I appreciate it. This is good.
Absolutely.
See if we can't get the story out. I'd say now, is it going to do it automatically forward straight, or do I need to do something?
You will need to work the brake pedal. I don't think it's going to pick
Okay.
up that cone.
Okay, look at that. I haven't hit anything yet.
There you go.
Wow, that's cool. I sure appreciate that.
Absolutely. Happy to help.